So it's about 29, 30 hours into what I anticipate would be about a 40, 42 hour fast. And it's pretty late at night, and I wanted to uh, talk about something that I don't hear talked about a lot with fasting. So, one of the side effects I see pretty frequently when I fast is an inability to sleep. And this isn't like insomnia and it isn't my mind racing, it's I'm simply not tired. Like I just don't feel tired. I just am alert and up and have a hard time going to sleep. I don't usually have a hard time sleeping. Like I don't suffer from insomnia, and I don't like when I'm not fasting. I don't have an issue. But whenever I fast, depending on exactly when I start the fast and how many hours into it I have difficulty sleeping. For example, yesterday I started the fast about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and by the time I went to bed about midnight, I pretty much was up most of the night, laying in bed, reading, meditating, trying to get to sleep. And then, I got a couple hours sleep, and then I woke up in the morning at my normal time, and I felt completely well rested. This is an important thing. Difficulty sleeping, but I feel completely well rested. And then I go through my whole day. I didn't feel tired or drained or foggy or anything all day long. Again, and coming into the second night, I'm probably not going to sleep very much tonight either. The reason for this is twofold. The first is that I'm not wasting energy on digestion, which actually takes an enormous amount of energy for your body. So I have all that excess energy saved, basically, that I can devote to basically to my brain and allow my brain to not feel so tired. The other thing is, and this may not apply to everybody, but if you've done fasting a lot, or you've done a keto diet or a low carb diet, extreme low carb diet, but maybe not keto, but pretty low carb, you may have gotten your metabolic system into a pretty healthy state where it switches back and forth easily between uh, being carb fueled and being ketone fueled and fat fueled. So if that's the case, you might get into the ketosis, the state of ketosis, quickly in 24 hours or less. I haven't tested myself this time. I don't have any of the strips, but in the past, I've figured out that in some cases I can get into ketosis in 16 hours or less. And whereas somebody who has not fasted before, hasn't done ketosis, who lives a pretty high carb lifestyle, may take several days to get into ketosis, go through brain fog and the keto flu and all those kinds of things, because their body doesn't remember how to switch modes. Whereas if your body does know how to switch modes, because this is something you do on a regular basis, then you're going to have this spike in energy. You switch from the carb fueled to fat fueled, basically, is what it boils down to. So that's something to just be aware of when you're doing fasting, because one of the cool things about fasting is you get some extra time because you don't have to spend time eating, cooking, doing all this stuff. But what they don't tell you is that if you experience this sleeplessness or this inability to sleep that I experience, you gain hours. I mean, lots and lots of hours. I gain, if I want to stay up and do some work, I've got probably an extra 8 hours of time, and it won't last constantly. If I continued to fast for a couple of days, 3, 4, 5 days, I would begin to sleep normally again. I would just begin to shift into that become my new normal, and I'd probably sleep less, but I would be able to go to bed at a regular time and all that. It's just the first day or two I experienced some sleeplessness. So that is something to be aware of if you're fasting. Just plan for it. Get a good book, plan some projects, maybe get some work done you haven't wanted to do. Although I don't recommend that. Just don't work when you don't have to. Like, that's not a way to live. But, a hobby, a project you want to work on, write your novel, write a new song, read a good book, whatever. So anyway, that's one of the under noted and lesser known things about fasting that I find pretty interesting and fascinating. So peace out. Y'all have a good one.